Okay, so today is our 14th lesson together. It is Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. Today's theme is Soar with Creativity. Put on your wings and fly. For our meditation, it will be a bird reflection, so if you want to do this outside, then you can listen and let me know if you hear any birds or you see any birds up in the sky. For the journal, you're going to journal about would you rather fly with wings or on an airplane? Where would you go and why? So you'll put in some details and you'll tell me whether you would rather personally have wings yourself or whether you would still choose to fly on an airplane. And we're finally going to be doing our pencil shaving art creation today. So I'm excited for that. And then we'll do a Google Meet to share our art projects and what we come up with. So the materials that you're going to be needing. You're going to want a computer so that you can access your links and everything. You also might want a computer if you plan to print out your shape. Now you could draw your shape. You don't have to print out your shape, but to give you an idea, you could come up with something on the computer or you can come up with it on your own. You're going to want your pencil shavings. They're very important. So I'm looking at my pencils and I'm seeing that some of them really need to be sharpened. So now is definitely the time to really just sharpen up all those pencils. If they look a little dull, we can just sharpen them up a little. And even if we don't get them all the way sharpened, that's okay. We're still going to get some shavings. So you really want to collect as many as you can so that you'll be able to fill up your design. And then you're going to want the colored pencils because you might want to color in details. So you might want a glue stick, a regular simple glue stick. It is a little bit harder, but this way you can really focus on one piece at a time. That's what I have done in my previous projects. Now, you could also use Mod Podge like we used the other day. Now, if you do use Mod Podge, you're going to want a small paintbrush because you're going to want to be able to get just on the one piece of the shaving at a time. You might want a small little paper bowl. This is a paper cup that I cut in half. And you can put the Mod Podge in there. You might want scissors in case you cut out your design when you're done, and then you might want to back it with colored paper, but that's up to you. You don't have to do that. So here's what I chose for my outline. It's an image that I found on Google, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pencil shavings to look like feathers, and I'm going to fill them in over here. But when I'm done, I might, depending on what I make, like and what it looks like, I might want it to have a background. So I might want to cut it out. Now, you don't have to cut it out, and you don't have to have scissors. You can make more than one. You don't have to choose a bird or anything that flies. I just felt like that would be something that I wanted to do. You can choose a dress. You can choose like a teacup, a turtle, anything really, fruit. You can choose a word that you can fill in, but that's what we'll be using. And you might want headphones to listen to our music, and I'll have on a bird background for you today. And if you're going to meditate outside, like I recommend, you might want sunglasses and sunscreen. If the Mod Podge, like the other day, if it didn't smell good to you or you didn't like the smell of it, you can use a mask because it will help to block out the smell. So now I'm going to share with you my journal, and as always, you can always have a folder handy to keep all your supplies together. Make sure you're working in a safe space when you do this art project, and you really want to collect these in like a bag so they don't get all over the floor. And it is kind of a messy project, so you don't want to be wearing good clothing, and you don't want your hands to worry about getting dirty because your hands are going to get dirty, and you can use gloves if you'd like. So here we go. I drew a little picture of a dragonfly. Today's theme is Soar with Creativity. Would you rather fly with wings on your own or go on an airplane, and why? I would rather have wings of my own. I have a fear of airplanes, even though I have been on them at least 10 times in my life. If I had my own pair of wings, I could land whenever I wanted. If I needed to take a rest and place my feet on the ground, I could do so. Having my own wings would allow me to be out in the open, fresh air, instead of looking through a window. I would need to check the weather forecast before planning an adventure. I wouldn't want it to rain. Maybe I could even take an umbrella. Where would I go? It would sure be cool to fly into school every day. I could beat the traffic every morning on the way to work. I'd love to fly all the way to Paris and visit the Eiffel Tower. I'd also love to see their clothing stores and visit a bakery for some fresh desserts. I'd love to try a raspberry macaroon. And then I've drawn the Eiffel Tower and a raspberry macaroon. And then this is some other kind of souffle Danish thing that I would like to try. But if I could have wings, the possibilities are endless of where you can go. So please tell me why you would choose either way. And I really look forward to hearing back from you on our Google Meet and seeing your projects on the Google Classroom.